What's up, guys? This week we're taking a look at the 2017 Mazda MX-5, but this is no just normal MX-5. This is the RF. It's a retractable hardtop roof. It's a really cool design. Let's take a closer look. Like I said, the RF from the front looks like any other MX-5. It's got that distinctive look, it's got the distinctive size, but when you come around the side or look towards the back, it really starts to show that this isn't just a normal MX-5. So it's got this really nice roofline shape that comes down and back and makes it more coupe looking. It almost doesn't look like a convertible at all, but the top does come down. So even with the top down, it still has this really great profile, and the whole roof tucks nicely down into its own space so you don't lose any trunk space. You can see we got some of our camera equipment gear down in here. No trunk space lost. Everything's tucked down underneath this area, which is really nice. There is a little button to get into the trunk down underneath this lip. Not sure if you can see because of how dark it is, but it is a decent sized trunk. Under the hood you can see it's quite compact, but that's a 2-liter Skyactiv engine pushing 155 horsepower and 148 foot-pounds of torque. And that's where it's at. It might only have 155 horsepower and 148 foot-pounds of torque, but with such a light body, such a small vehicle, it really pushes this car, and it's actually a really nice drive. Inside the MX-5 it's a really nice car. It's a nice place to be. You get nice leather and nice materials all around. It is tight, especially for somebody my size. I'm 6'1". With the top up, I basically have to kind of sit in it hunched over, but with the top down, it's really a great ride. So we did get this with the automatic and not the manual. I did drive the Cup version of the MX-5 with the manual transmission. It's a great car, it's a great manual, but with the room that you have in this car, I really prefer the automatic. I don't know if that's like sacrilege to say, but as a kind of, especially in this RF version, it's more of a little bit like a GT car. It's a smoother ride than the Cup car, and having this automatic transmission just made my daily life a lot easier, especially size-wise. You can still put it into a sport mode, and you can manually shift the gears, but yeah, for whatever reason, in this car, I kind of prefer this automatic transmission. It still has good acceleration and good power. I kind of like this car with an automatic. And that's not all cars. If you remember the Toyota IM that I said I wouldn't buy that with the automatic transmission. I would only buy that with a manual. This one I would probably only buy with an automatic transmission. There are a few quirks to this car, like the lack of a rear view camera. Of course, you don't really need it because you can see every corner, and the rear is like right there. I could almost touch it. So it just was kind of weird to get in a brand new car, put it in reverse and not see the camera, but really you don't need it. I love these lines, these panels on the inside. They kind of flow and match up to the lines that you see down the hood. It's a really cool design, and it makes this car just really nice as you're driving it down the road. It looks like a sports car. Really is just a great handling car, and that's why you buy an MX-5. You can put the roof up and down while driving, but of course you have to be going pretty slow to do so. And there we go. One of the really nice things about this small car is it has small overhangs on either end. So getting out of steep driveways or steep parking lots is actually really easy. Whereas most cars, you'll scrape a little bit. Even coming out of my driveway at home, where I'm sitting right now, I always scrape the front end of the cars. This thing, you can come straight out of it with no problem. Competition wise, there's really not a lot of competition anymore in the American market. You have the Fiat 124 Spider that's obviously built on the same platform. You can go up to something like a BMW, a Z4. A lot of people want to compare the BRZ or the FRS to this. It's a little bit bigger. It doesn't have the retractable roof, but yes, it's kind of a competitor to this. Other than that, that's about it. That's about all the choices you have if you want a small, sporty, convertible. And the MX-5 has been dominating this market for a long time, so it's no surprise that they're still the #1 competitor in that market. Overall, I really have to say I do like the MX-5. I love the way that it drives. It drives like a sports car should, but I couldn't live with it every day. It couldn't be my main car. I had to pick up the kids from school a couple of times. I picked up my daughter. She brought her euphonium instrument home from band. We had to put it in the trunk of this thing. Obviously it won't fit in the trunk, so we have the trunk open as we're driving. If you ever have to pick up more than one person, it's just, you can't, because you only have 2 seats. It's a really great driving car, and especially if you're going to take it to a track or you just love that feel of driving, this is a great car to experience. But it's not a great car for everyday living, especially if you have family, kids and stuff like that, or a lot of stuff that you're hauling around, or if you just like to be comfortable. So that's about the extent of the praise I can give this car. It's a great driving car. I love driving it. It's got good power for a small engine because it's a small car. It feels great on the road, but it's hard to live with as a daily driver unless you're single and you're a smaller person and it's just what you like. If you fit in it fine and you're comfortable and you want to drive it every day, you don't have to pick up a lot of people, you don't have to carry a lot of groceries. This is a great car if you like driving. But if you do have a family, if you got kids, this hardly can even be a second car. It's almost got to be a third car in the family that you take out every once in a while when you're ready to roll with the top down. The design wise, I love the design of the RF. If I was getting an MX-5, this is the one I would get. I love this design, but I just couldn't live with one every day. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that review. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the MX-5, the RF. If you live with it every day, if you drive one every day, let me know down in the comments below. And thanks for watching.